Let's take a look at today's headlines from Houston. I'm Trason Bragg. Starting with the Houston police officer at the center of a racist rant that sparked citywide outrage is now out of a job. The police chief calling her behavior entirely unacceptable, and the mayor is also speaking out. Megan Reyna shares the new reaction.
Houston police say they acted as quickly as possible to fire now former officer Ashley Gonzalez, but they had to follow state law and give her due process. The police chief even adding in his statement, just like the community, he was deeply disturbed.
Terminate today! Terminate today!
The calls for termination answered. Ashley Gonzalez is no longer a Houston police officer.
I hate.
It comes just days after this video she posted on social media was shared by thousands online. Gonzalez is heard saying a racial slur at least 25 times.
We're humans first!
The community has been outraged. Protesters gathered throughout the morning outside police headquarters. Mayor John Whitmire writing in his statement following the news, quote, "Let this incident serve as a warning to all City of Houston employees. There is zero tolerance for racism in my administration, and if you see it, report it immediately."
Well, I've never seen anything fast-tracked this quickly, but I've never seen anything like this before either.
Retired Houston Police Captain Greg Freeman, who spent 34 years with the department and worked on the Internal Affairs Division, says Gonzalez does have the opportunity to appeal this decision, but he doesn't think that will go far.
I can't think of any legality of an arbitrator or civil service that would overturn this termination based on what we've seen.
Ashley Gonzalez.
Gonzalez had been with the department since 2024. Prior to joining, she was with the Marines for 4 years. But even with this termination, Freeman says she still has her Texas Peace Officer certification. It's up to the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement to revoke it.
Is there a possibility she could be hired by another agency? Absolutely, there could be. What agency would do that? I don't know.
While this firing is what activists have been calling for, they still want to learn more about Ashley Gonzalez's time with the department. Just this afternoon, the Houston chapter of the NAACP released a statement asking for the department to release her arrest records. Meanwhile, we've reached out to the district attorney to see if they're looking into any cases she may have been involved with. We're still waiting to hear back. Reporting downtown, Megan Reyna, KHOU 11 News.
Megan, thank you. A Houston firefighter and his wife, an emergency room doctor, were on vacation in Mexico last week when a man suddenly opened fire on tourists. The couple were at the Mayan pyramids north of Mexico City Monday when the shooting started. Without hesitating, they ran toward the danger to help. Matt Doherty spoke to the couple about their experience.
We had never been to Mexico City. Flights were cheap, and we were like, let's do it. Go explore somewhere we've never been together.
Okay. Seemed like a perfect, easy, short trip.
On Sunday, Houston Dr. Jyoti Legacetti and her husband, HPD Captain Andrew Rosenborough, arrived for their short vacation in Mexico City. On Monday, the couple went with a tour group to the Mayan pyramids and ruins a little more than an hour north of the city. Jyoti stayed at the bottom of the pyramid while Andrew climbed to the top to take pictures.
And then I started to come back down. And then it seemed like maybe 5 or 6 steps down, I heard a loud pop, and before I could think about what that might have been, I heard more shots fired.
Mexican authorities say a 27-year-old gunman opened fire on the tourists, shooting 7 of them and taking others hostage. As Andrew ran down the steps to his wife, the couple took cover.
We immediately found a temple wall that was nearby and got behind it, just waiting to see what would happen.
It was weird to be a spectator, to watch him waving the gun around and shooting in the air, yelling at the hostages that were up there.
The couple says the Mexican military arrived several minutes later. The shooter killed himself.
We just heard a voice yelling for doctor. And then she looked at me, and I don't even think we had to say a word. We both ran to where the voice was, and then we found a child on the ground there who had been shot. He had a couple of gunshot wounds to his lower body.
Jyoti says the wounded boy was between 5 and 7 years old. Because of her specialty, there wasn't a better person on earth to be there at that moment.
Pediatric emergency medicine doctor.
So tell me, what are the odds that would happen when you were right there?
Next to nothing.
Next to nothing. As soon as the doctor had treated the boy, she and her HFD captain husband went on to start saving his mother.
Between a great firefighter and having an emergency room doctor there, we were able to secure the scene, make sure everyone was safe, get everyone what they needed and what we needed to do.
Both the son and his mother were rushed to the hospital, and we're told they both survived.
That is something that I think is the hand of God.
Marty Langton, the president of the Firefighters Union, says responding to life-saving emergencies off duty is part of the calling. He would have expected no less.
Somebody calls out and says, we need help on the side of ruins in the middle of Mexico City, that without question, without missing a beat, they stepped in and they do what they do best, and that's save lives.
In West Houston,
We're just glad to be able to have helped.
I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11 News.
Wow, amazing stuff there, Matt. Thanks so much. Carnival Cruise Line is expanding its footprint in Texas in a big way, announcing plans to bring one of its newest and largest ships to Galveston in the next few years. The Carnival Tropical will carry more than 6,000 guests and features new dining, entertainment, and family areas, including a large water park. That's all to come in 2028. It will be joining the Carnival Jubilee, which began sailing from Galveston 2 years ago, expanding options for Texans who love to cruise. Carnival President Christine Duffy joined our streaming newscast on KHOU 11 Plus, sharing what travelers can expect.
Carnival Tropical, we're introducing a new concept called Sunsation, and that is the top 3 decks of the ship is all water parks, arcade games, family fun. We're going to be activating that in the evenings, which is really something different. And for the first time, we're introducing a dedicated youth program for children 2 years and under.
Oh, wow.
So that they will be able to have splash pads and make sure that mom really does have a good vacation.
Moms and dads very happy about that. Carnival also says the Tropical will be powered by liquefied natural gas, continuing the company's focus on innovation and sustainability. All right, that's a wrap of your Houston headlines. I'm Trason Bragg.